What is good, people of YouTube? I'm Nuke52, the Nuke52 Productions, and today we're doing another game R&D that's rampant in debate for those who don't know, and today's topic seems to be a heavy one that has an impact on gaming today, apparently. And today's topic is indie games. You know, those fun little games that everyone has played at least once or twice on their PlayStation or Xbox or even your PC. Now, before we go into the heart of the problem, let's go into the full meaning of what an indie game is. An indie game really is a small independent game, hence the name indie, that were created by a small group of people without a real publisher or any help from any big, name publishing groups. That will be a full 60% of today's most popular games. Now, most of the time you will find these games as a download for about 5, 10, 20, maybe even 30 bucks. So apparently though, today these little games are being frowned upon. Not because of how good the game was made, not because of how the storyline was, or even the graphics, but how these games are being judged by the amount of people it took to make, and how much budget it was spent to create the game, and how big and famous the team was, and how noticeable they are, and the fact that the game is downloadable. Really? Are you kidding me? That's your biggest problem with them? Because the game is a small download on Steam for 20 bucks and is not sold in GameStop's raggedy ass kiosk, but because the game is because the game isn't the full expensive 60 bucks, are you all upset because the games are made on a small ass budget? What do you think, that because the game is 20 bucks and at the full 60 is going to be total shit or something? I don't really understand. I don't really understand the big problem here. I do know this though, I can actually go into GameStop's uptight ass store and go there with 60 bucks, and come out of there with only one brand new game. Meanwhile, I can sit my lazy ass at home on a computer and go on Steam or PSN and buy more than one game that's probably equally as fun as that 60 bucks game I just bought. And I just bought like 4 or 5 games with that same 60 bucks, and it's probably I got like more for my money anyway. I got 4 or 5 games for 60 bucks, and it's probably, those 3 games are probably better than that 60 bucks game I just bought brand new, that I just probably bought and purchased and beat it in an hour anyway. Right, I probably beat it in a few fucking hours anyway. I'm not saying that all indie games are good and better than these $60 games in retails, because that would be a bullshit lie, just like saying these $60 games will be better than the indie games, and so on and so forth. But with my experience with indie games, most of them are pretty fun. They are pretty good. They are independent. They are different. They are new. They are not the same thing that you sit there and do. It's all different, and they are being made by the most bold developers and new guys out there that are trying their best to make a game that's new, and they're taking all their skill and time and effort into making these games just for us to play. And you guys are just frowning upon them, not because of the actual quantity and quality they put into the game. I don't understand here. A game that's, a little tiny one. I don't know, something small, 2D, 3D side scroller, something that's pretty fun, and you play it and you enjoy it. But there's people out here that don't even touch the games just because it's an indie game. I don't understand it. See, I really don't understand the big deal here. So what, the game costs less? Because I honestly have no problems with these games, and that I honestly had to do more research for this topic than I usually do, because I honestly don't really see the difference between buying a multi-million-dollar made game that's 60 bucks and there's on your PS3 or some shit, then a small game you'll find on Steam or PSN. And honestly, I really don't give a shit, and you shouldn't either. Since when did gamers really give a shit about how much the games cost and how how much this costs, and because you can't download, who really cares? If I find a game that's so-called indie and it's fun, I technically say the transaction was a steal. I paid 5, 10, maybe 20 bucks for a game that was probably pretty good, which usually, when you usually pay for 60 bucks, I really don't understand. The game is cheap, so fucking what? The game took a small group of people to make it, so fucking what? The game is only downloadable and is not being in stores and GameStop and every other place, so fucking what? It's a game! You play it! Does it really matter? The people out there judging these games sound pretty stupid in my opinion right now. Now with all that being said, excuse me. Now with all that being said, let's debate. Are any games really that much of a problem here that we have to judge them without even playing? You tell me. Leave a comment below stating your opinion, and I'm actually honestly looking forward to hear what you have to say. Oh, also, I did a little bit of research, and it seems that IGN and I actually do share the exact same thought. It seems that I've read the article. I read a little bit about it. I read like the beginning of it before I made this video, but then I just completely reread it, and it seemed that we share the same thing. I'm wondering, what is the big deal here? So I'm gonna leave the IGN article in the link description box right in here, and because I want you all to see that I am not the only one that thinks this. It's good to know that I'm not the only one that is trying to understand the pain and confusion and what the fuck is going on. So be sure to look at my other game R&Ds and my other gaming videos if you want to. You don't have to, I'm just suggesting it. And if you like what you saw, go ahead and leave a like button. You don't have to, once again. And if you want to, once again, if you want to, subscribe, and it'll really help out to the cause, and you know, and stuff like that. But I really want to hear what you guys got to say, and remember, be the boss, and I'll see you all next time. I really don't understand the problem here. What in the hell?
Shaq, would you be willing to suck your mom?
What? What?
Horse's ass.
Horses? What the hell am I watching?
Billy Mays here.
What the fuck?
Look at that.